Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to start a new chapter in accountancy, and we are going to start up a new chapter named Accounting for Not-for-Profit Organization. So, accounting for not-for-profit organization is actually a chapter on in which we are going to learn about the accounting treatment of various items, various transactions related to non-profit earning organization or not-for-profit earning organization. This is a chapter where we're going to learn about those organizations and or those types of organizations which are formed with the motive to serve the society rather than to earn profit. ठीक है, उनका मोटिव होता है सर्विस को सॉरी सोसाइटी को सर्विस प्रोवाइड करना. Okay, profit earn करना नहीं, society को service provide करना. And in the process of serving the society, they are making certain income, certain expenses. Okay, there are certain payments that are made, there are certain receipts they are going to get, and obviously they are going to have certain assets, certain liabilities. So accounting for all these things will be done under this chapter. Okay, we are going to learn about the accounting for this particular things and how the system or the procedure is going to be used, okay, in making the accounts for not for profit earning organization. Okay, so it is also called non-trading organizations. These are those organizations which are basically serving the society. Okay, the main motive of starting up this type of organization is to serve the society rather than to earn the profit. Okay, so let's start. So the first thing that we are going to know is what is the accounts that are prepared. Okay, what are the accounts that are prepared in a not for profit earning organization. So first thing is that we have to prepare a receipts and payment account, or we prepare a receipts and payment account. Why do we prepare a receipts and payment account? To record all the cash transactions, to have a record of cash. Okay, you can say that to keep a record of cash. We record all the cash transaction in the receipts and payment account. Okay, to keep record of cash transactions. Clear? It is nothing but cash book that we have learned in the profit earning organization. Okay, it seemed like the cash book that we have learned in the learned in class 11 regarding the profit earning organization. Here we prepare in the name of receipts and payment account. Then coming to the next one, we prepare income and expenditure account. Income and expenditure account is nothing but the picture of profit and loss account. It is nothing but the picture of profit and loss account. Like in the profit and loss account, we used to take all the current year profits, current year losses, and we have to find out what is the net profit or net loss. Same way in the income and expenditure also we do. But the thing is that we cannot call it profit or loss because it is not related to profit, neither it is related to loss. Whether it is related to the income and expenditure of the organization. Why do we call it income and expenditure, not profit and loss? Because this is an organization, not for profit earning organization, but those organizations which are formed not for earning profit. Okay, that is why they don't mention it the profit and loss. They mention it as income and expenditure. Okay, so that is the reason why it is used as income and expenditure account rather than profit and loss account. And at last, we prepare the balance sheet. The balance sheet will give you the picture of the assets and liabilities. So this is the picture of the not-for-profit earning organization. Now let's start with the receipts and payment account. We'll be learning about receipts and payment account first. So in the receipts and payment account, basically we'll start with the rules first. So in the just a minute. In the receipts and payment account, what you have to do is that you we have to know that what are the basic foundations formed in that particular point. So in receipts and payment account, first and foremost thing is that only and only cash transactions will be recorded. Okay, सिर्फ cash transactions का record किया जाता है receipts and payment account में. Only cash transactions will be kept as a record in the receipts and payment account. So non-cash transactions like credit transaction, okay, like credit transaction, accrued credit transaction means goods purchased on credit or goods sold on credit or assets purchased on credit or assets sold on credit, that will not be recorded here. Okay, accrued item means any income which you are supposed to receive but we have not received, like commission accrued or accrued commission. Okay, that we are supposed to get, we have not received, that will also not come here. Outstanding item, any payment that is to be received sorry, any payment that is to be made, or any receipt that we are going to receive but we have not received till now. Okay, any amount of money that we are supposed to receive but we have not received till now, that will also remain as outstanding. Okay, outstanding of the receipt, or any other non-cash item. Okay, any other non-cash item, like say depreciation or any other item, okay, which is not relating directly to the cash payment or cash inflow and cash outflow is not there. Okay, cash is not coming, cash is not going out of the business. That type of items are not going to come in the receipts and payment account. Remember that receipts and payment account will record only and only cash transactions. Okay, that is the very important point in this particular account, receipts and payment account. Then remember that all receipts will be coming in the debit side of the receipts and payment account. Okay, all receipts will be put in the debit side of the receipts and payment account, and all the payments will be put in the credit side of the receipts and payment account. Clear? Now coming to the next one, both revenue items. Okay, revenue means recurring. Recurring means those items which are happening multiple of time in a year. जो items या जो transactions एक साल में कई बार हो जाते हैं, ठीक है, उसको बोला जाता है recurring item. So those transactions which happens multiple of time in a transaction in a year, we call it recurring item or revenue item, which occurs frequently. So those items also will come in the receipts and payment account, as well as the capital items. Capital item means those items which are not happening regularly, non-recurring in nature, means which will occur once in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 1 year, or say more than 10 years. Once it will happen, okay, that will be also coming under the receipts and payment account. So that means what? In this point, we came to know that both recurring, that is a transaction which occurs again and again, that also will come in the receipts and payment account, as well as transactions which are non-recurring, that is not happening constantly. Okay, say it will happen once in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, then that type of transaction are also going to come under the receipts and payment account. Okay, so, as and when that appears, it will come. Okay, it is not that now we are recording, so after 2 years what will happen, that we are going to record. No, no, not that. Okay, non-recurring means, suppose you have purchased furniture. Now, every year we are not purchasing furniture. Say in 3 years or 5 years we'll purchase once. So if you are purchasing it, when it is happening, that record will be kept in the receipts and payment account. That is a capital transaction, or you can say non-recurring transaction. Clear? So that will also be formed in the part of as a part of receipts and payment account. Then remember that transactions of previous year. Okay, rather item I mentioned is the transactions of previous year, current year, as well as future year will be recorded in the receipts and payment account. Previous year record also will be there. Okay, current year record also will be there, as well as future year record also will be there. All the record will be kept in the receipts and payment account. Clear? Fine. Now we'll see the performer of receipts and payment account, and please go through this particular point very nicely, because this is the base on the base of which rest of the chapters are relying. Receipts and payment account will give you a clear picture of all the transactions that are going to happen subsequently. So here is a specimen of receipts and payment account. At the top, you have to mention the name of the organization or the club for which you are making the receipts and payment account, and along with it, followed by the receipts and payment account for the year ending. In the year, as the year ending will be mentioned, for the year ending, you have to mention it. So it is an account, so it will have one debit side and the credit side, as we all know. In the debit side, we mentioned all the receipt items, and in the credit side, we mentioned all the payment items. Remember that receipts and payment account is a real account, so that is why a real account records all the um, real account follows the rule of, what is the rule? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So all the comes in, that is the receipt will be coming in the debit side, and credit will be the all goes out, that is a payment. Okay, so that is the concept. So what you have to do is that, starting, since it is a real account, okay, so all the receipts are recorded in a debit, all the payment in the credit. And since receipts and payment account is a picture of a cash book, so it will also start with a cash balance. Like in the cash book, we started with the bank balance of sorry, bank balance as per cash book, um, bank balance as well as cash balance as per our cash and the bank. Okay, we used to write cash in hand, cash at bank, right? Like two balance brought down. In the cash column, we had to write certain amount. In the bank column, we used to write certain amount. That we used to start with the balance of cash in hand, balance of cash at bank. So in the same way, here also you're going to start with that to balance brought down. In the starting, you have to start with cash in hand, cash at bank. Not necessarily every time it will be cash in hand, cash at bank. It may be bank overdraft also. Okay, if it is bank overdraft, then it will be coming in the payment side as by balance brought down in the bracket bank overdraft. I'm repeating, not necessarily that every time in the debit side will be two balance brought down, cash in hand, cash at bank. Okay, in some cases it might be by balance brought down in the bracket bank overdraft. Okay, if it is negative balance, if the question has mentioned bank overdraft, then it will be by balance brought down bank in the bracket bank overdraft. Then coming to the next point, after you have written the opening balance, then it will come to the next one, revenue receipt. Revenue receipt, what is the meaning of that? All the recurring receipts that we are going to receive. Okay, all the recurring receipts will be coming here. So first item is subscription. In the revenue receipt, first item is subscription. What is subscription? Now see, there are many organizations, clubs and institutions which are providing lots and lots of services like fitness service, or providing sports services, or providing any other educational services. So to get those services, you will have to pay a nominal amount of money to keep up the membership, to get the benefit of those services. Okay, like suppose for getting a color tune, we used to pay the subscription charges, if you can remember. Or many times you'll get the message to subscribe to this particular thing, or इस channel को subscribe करने के लिए ये दबाएं. That means if you press particular button, then you will be able to subscribe it, so that you will get the benefit for that, and for that they are going to charge certain amount of money, right? In the same way, non-profit organization also, what they do is that they provide many facilities, many services, and the people, okay, the members, to get those services, if they want to get the services, if they want to receive the benefit of the services, they will have to pay a nominal amount of fees, and that amount of fees what the members pay to get the benefit of the services is called subscription charges. Okay, so that will be subscription to subscription, what the and since the members are paying, so who is going to receive? And this particular NGO or club or any other organization is going to receive, who are dealing in social activities. Okay, so what they will write, to subscription in the debit side and receipt side, they are going to receive it from their members. So all the subscription related to either if provided they're receiving in this year, if it is for previous year, it will be coming under here. If it is for current year, that will also be coming. If it is for previous year, then also it will come. Okay, if you are receiving subscription this year, whether it is for previous year, current year or next year, all the items will be coming here. And then coming to the next one, to general donation. General donation means any amount of donation that your club organization has received from general people, or any invited guest, or anyone who has paid certain amount of donation in your club without any specification that for what purpose you are going to use. So that will be taken as general donation. Remember that sometimes general donation is not taken as revenue receipt. Rather than that, it is taken as capital receipt. When and how? Sometimes when the amount of donation is very huge, okay, say 10 lakh, 25 lakh, 30 lakh, like this. So if the amount of donation is very huge, you generally prefer to use that money for any capital purpose. Capital purpose means for construction of building, or renovation of the building, or buying some extra land for the club or organization. So that type of money will be taken as capital receipt, okay, rather than general donation. So what you have to notice is that in general donation, the amount of money should be nominal. It shouldn't be so high. Okay, should not be very large amount. Then coming to the next one, to general grant. General grant means government many times for running the day-to-day activities of the club or organization or NGO, they provide certain amount of fund. Okay, that type of general fund that is received by the non-profit organization is called general grant. Okay, it's called general grant. Then coming to the next one, to entertainment receipt. Entertainment receipt means the entertainment money that they're going to receive. What happens here is that many times the club and the NGOs and all, they organize certain parties, certain dinner parties, or say they will invite some DJs and all for the entertainment purpose. So for that purpose, they will collect certain amount of money from the members. Okay, whoever want to come and join, they will come. They will contribute certain amount of money. Okay, that contribution by those people, by the members, for getting the entertainment benefit is called entertainment receipt. Okay, in the other side, you will find out the entertainment expenses also here, expenses that is made for the entertainment. Now coming to the next one, to interest or dividend receipt. To interest or dividend receipt refers to the amount of money that you have received from any fund that has been kept, or any money that you have kept in the bank, and from there you're getting interest. Or say you have invested some amount of money in any company and all, or from there you are getting interest or dividend. If you invest in shares, you will get dividend. If you invest in debentures or other debt fund, you are going to get interest, isn't it? If you invest in debt fund, it will be interest. If you are investing in owners fund, it is dividend. You all are aware of owners fund and debt fund because you have learned in business studies in the previous year. Then coming to the next one, sale of old newspaper or periodicals or waste paper. Newspaper, you all know. Periodicals means weekly or monthly basis the journals and all, or the magazines that have been published, that is called periodicals. Okay. Then the waste papers and all these are coming under the receipt. If you sell those things, you might get certain amount of money. So that will be also taken as a revenue receipt. Then receipt of rent. Generally, the clubhouse and all, they have a big auditorium and all. Okay, so many times people hire that auditorium for many family function and all. So if they hire your auditorium, they are going to provide you certain amount of rent. So that rent what you get from there is also your revenue income. Then coming to the next one, it is sundry receipts. Sundry receipt means all the other small expenses, small receipts, small income that your firm is, your club is, or your NGO is receiving. Okay, that will be coming under sundry receipt. Then coming to the next one, capital receipt. Capital receipt means the actual cash receipt. Capital receipt means the actual cash receipt. Here, what are the things that are included? First is to the endowment fund receipt. Endowment fund refers to the fund which has been created out of the gift receipt. Okay, gift money. Suppose you have received a 1 lakh rupees of gift. Your club organization has received 1 lakh rupees of gift. So from that particular 1 lakh rupees, you have created, suppose 90,000 you are keeping it for special purpose. Any special purpose you are going to use, and 10,000 you can use for the general purpose. So it's 90,000 that you have kept for any special purpose out of the gift money that you have received. It's called endowment fund. Okay, endowment fund receipt. Then coming to the next one, legacy. Legacy means the amount of money or property that is passed on to the next generation after the death of the present generation. Okay, like your parents' property and all, you will be getting it. That will be their identity and all also that you are going to get it. That you are getting as a legacy. Okay, in the same way, the club and organization also, okay, non-profit organization also, many times they receive this type of legacy. Okay, how? Sometimes there are people who have no one in the world, so what they decide is that after they are no more, or after they die, their property will be transferred in the name of this particular NGO or club. Okay, so this amount of property or money whatever they get is called legacy. Then coming to the next one, to entrance fees. To get entry into any farm or organization, you have to pay this money annually. Generally, in the CBSE board, entrance fees will be considered as revenue receipt. So don't take under capital receipt. Remember that it will be taken as revenue receipt. Here it is kept under capital receipt until and unless the question tells that it is capital receipt. Every time you treat it as revenue receipt. अगर question बता के देता है कि capital treat करना है, then you will do it as capital. Otherwise, every time revenue. The next one, two life membership fees. Life membership fees means for the lifetime you want to become the member, so you'll pay a certain nominal amount of money and you will become a lifetime member. So that is called life membership fees. Then subscription for specialized purpose, specified purpose, for getting any specified service, as if you're paying certain amount of money, that will be called subscription for specified purpose. Then donation and grant for specified purpose. Many times the donation or grant is being provided by ministers or by government agencies. They will provide fund and all for special purpose, like for construction of building or buying of land, like this. Okay, so that will be called as capital receipt. Then coming to the next one, receipt on account of special fund for prize, for distribution of prize, they might give you money, or for arranging of matches, you will get money, or for arranging tournaments, you'll get money. So though for all those things also, if you get money, that will also be called as receipt on account of special fund. Then coming to the next one, to sale of fixed asset. If you get money by selling the fixed asset, like sale of furniture or sale of old furniture, sale of sports equipment, investment, all these things. Then after that, interest on special fund or fixed deposit. If you get interest on, suppose you have got 10,000 of rupees for match fund, but you have kept this money in the bank because you are not able to arrange the match during this time because of say corona or some other reason. You are not able to arrange matches now. So due to that, the money is lying in the bank. So the bank people are going to provide you certain amount of interest. So the interest that you are going to get, okay, the interest that you are going to get on this fund that that you have kept in the bank, okay, the interest that you are going to get, okay, try to understand what I'm saying. The interest that you are going to get on the fund that you have kept in the bank, okay, what is the fund name? Match fund. So this particular interest that you are going to get from the match fund will be taken as an income for match fund itself and will be taken as a capital receipt. ठीक है, इसको capital receipt पकड़ा जाएगा और इसको match fund के साथ add कर दिया जाएगा. For example, you have kept 10,000 rupees and suppose you have got 1,000 rupees of interest. So 1,000 rupees will be added up with the 10,000 and will be taken as capital receipt. Then coming to the next one, interest or dividend on general investment. If you have made any investment, if you are getting interest or dividend from that. Then coming to sale of old material, sports material, sale of old furniture, or sale of asset, or sale of investment. These all are aware. All of you are aware of that. Then miscellaneous receiving any small income and all if you are receiving. Then the last one is last one I'll explain at the end of the explanation of both the sides. Then coming to the payment side. As I already told you, many times it may happen that the balance has been given as overdraft. So if it is overdraft, it will be starting with buy balance brought down. Okay, buy balance brought down. In the bracket, you will mention bank overdraft. But here, if it is not there, then it will not. Then it will be starting with cash in hand or cash at bank. Okay, it may be both cash in hand, cash at bank, or it might be any one. Then coming to revenue payment. Here, postage and telephone, you all know. Rates and taxes mean certain tax and all that is being put up. You have to pay it. Printing and stationery means buying of copies, books, pens, all this. Courier charges, you all know. Then newspaper and magazines, you all are aware of that. Repair, maintenance, and renewal means for repairing or maintaining or renewing the uh, building and all, for those charges and all, or cleaning, keeping the organization clean, those all things. Then coming the upkeep of ground means to keeping, for upkeeping means what, to maintaining the ground. For maintaining the ground, you have to have one ground staff who will always look after the ground and take care of that. So for that also you have to pay certain charges. So that is coming under upkeep of ground. Then advertisement, if you are making any advertisement for your club or organization. Then charity means dan dakshina karna, like you have provided free of cost food to many people during flood or earthquake, or suppose you have distributed this blanket and all during the cold season, winter season. Okay, so those also will be coming under charity. Then by wages and salaries, you all know that. By entertainment expenses, that is also clear. Electricity charges, okay. By bank charges means any charges that the bank is going to deduct. Okay, bank is going to deduct. Now by rent paid, if we are taking on rent any place and we're using it, for that we have to pay rent. So that will also be by rent paid. By insurance premium means if you have done any insurance of anything of the organization, that will be coming under insurance premium. By honorarium paid, honorarium means the amount of fund that is, or amount of money that is given to a specialized person who is being invited in your club for providing a specialized service. Suppose you have invited a doctor to check or to provide free medical checkup to many people. So for this you have to pay a certain amount of money to that particular doctor. Okay, so the money that you pay to the doctor will not be taken as wages because you cannot treat him as labor. Neither you can take him as take it as salary because you are not paying him monthly. So what will you do? You have to pay a certain amount of money. And why are you paying? For honoring his service. So that is why it is called honorarium. For honoring the service of the specialized person, you are going to pay him. So it will be called honorarium. Okay. So by honorarium paid. By next is by audit fees. Audit fees is the amount of money paid to the auditor. Now, who is the auditor? Auditor is a person who checks the books of accounts of this club or NGOs. They will come and they will verify whether the accounts are prepared authentically or not. And on the basis of that, he will put up the sign that everything is clean and correct. And for this, he will charge certain amount of fees that is called audit fees. Then coming to the next one, by convenience and traveling. That is the traveling charges. By municipal tax, if your organization is under a municipal area, you have to pay certain tax. So that will be municipal tax. By bar expenses or bar purchases refers to the hard drinks that a club organization generally arrange or have it. Okay, they generally have that type of program. And by gardening or upkeep of lawn. Means loan means all of you know the ground where the grasses are there and it is being maintained in a way of lawn. So if you maintain it or if you take a care of that, there will be certain expenses on that. So that will be coming under by gardening of upkeep of lawn. Then next is by price fund. Sorry, by prices paid. The out of the price fund, whatever the prices are paid, that will be coming as by price paid. Or suppose this fund is there. Okay, suppose this fund is there and you are paying paying certain amount of money and purchasing the prices. Then after the payment is being made, whatever is there, we can say that the price fund is there. Certain time it happened that fund is not there, but still you have to pay it. Then also it will be taken. Not necessarily that if the price fund is there, then only you are going to pay the prices. Okay. If you are receiving the price fund, it will be in the debit side. If you are paying, it will be in the credit side. Whether one is there or other is not there doesn't matter. Okay. If anyone is there, suppose only prices paid is there, then also it will come. If price fund is there, then also it will come. Okay, anyone is there, then also it will come. If both are them, then both also will come in this way. Payment in the credit side, receipt in the debit side. The next one, buy sundry expenses means any small or nominal expenses that you are making, that will come under sundry expenses. Then next comes the capital payment. Here it includes purchasing of books, purchasing of building construction, purchase of furniture, purchasing of sports material, then purchasing of investment. Then any government loan means we are providing loan to the government sectors, or we many times very strong NPO or non-profit organization can provide even loan to government agencies. Okay, so that is it. Then a furniture purchase, I already told you. Okay, so this is the composition of the items in the receipts and payment account. So now, if the debit side is more, that is the receipt side. If the receipt side is more, that means you have got more money, you have received more money. Okay, and more means what as compared to the payment side. Okay, if the receipt side is more than the payment side, that means if you have received more money then how much you have paid. Suppose you have your receipt side is 10,000 and your payment side is 8,000, then how much you have received extra? 2,000. So that will be coming as by balance carried down. Okay, it can be either cash in hand or cash at bank, but sometimes the question gives the balance of cash in hand or the balance of cash at bank. Then if the balance comes, if the credit if the debit side is more, then that will be coming as by cash in hand or by by balance carried down as cash in hand the balancing figure, or by cash at bank the balancing figure, anyone. Okay, sometimes it can be given that the cash in hand is already given, so the balance will be by cash by balance carried down cash at bank. And if the balance is not provided at all, then you should write by balance carried down cash in hand and bank, cash in hand and bank. Okay, and if it is given already cash in hand is given, then the balancing will be cash at bank. If the cash at bank is given, the balancing will be cash in hand. Now if the payment side is more, if the payment side is more, then the answer will be coming as payment ज़्यादा हो गया, receipt कम हुआ. You have received 10,000 but payment is 11,000, so 1,000 extra you have paid, so that will be taken as bank overdraft. I have withdrawn extra from the bank, otherwise I will not be able to pay extra, right? So that is why it will be coming as to balance carried down bank overdraft. Clear? So this is how your receipts and payment account will appear. I hope all of you have understood and it is clear to all of you, right? Okay, then please go through it nicely, and we'll meet in the next video with a solution, with a practical and a solution of receipts and payment account. Okay, till then, take care. Bye bye.